Alright, welcome. Today we're going to be doing an EDH deck tech. Today the deck we're going to be focusing on is Alela the Cunning Conqueror. This is a 4-drop, 2, a blue and a black, for Flying Fairy Warlock that's a 2/4. Whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, you're going to create a 1/1 fairy. And whenever a fairy deals combat damage to a player, you get to goad one of that player's creatures. So this deck tends to function a little bit as a control deck, where you're goading your opponent's creatures, making them swing each other to start chipping life down. All the while, you want to play one spell on each person's turn to build up your little board of fairies. Strength of this commander, it's very good payoff for removal. If you're trading 1-for-1 counter spell on a removal piece or a counter spell on a creature, you get to make a fairy from that. So you're going up on board state for each removal piece you use. It's also a very flexible strategy. You can lean into that goading effect, or you can lean into the overrun token effects. Weaknesses, it's a little bit of a slower start. Because your commander's a 4-drop, you usually don't want to play spells before your commander's out. So that turn 1, 2, 3, where you're just building up, ramping to get your commander out, can be a little bit slow, and aggro decks can punish you a little bit. You also get punished for having a lower board presence sometimes. These fairies are 1/1s most all of the time, and a bigger board, big trampling creatures are going to have some good overrun on you. So the game plan is play slow pretty early. You don't want to be a threat, you want to take it nice and slow to begin. As you're building up your board, you're ramping up to turn 3, hopefully getting your commander out on turn 3 and going from there. Once you have your commander out, you're making fairies and hopefully goading one creature on each player's board, making them swing each other and start chipping down life totals. So obviously your first thing you want to do is you want to play your commander. It's a 4-drop, so ideally we're ramping on turn 2 and playing our commander on turn 3. Next, we want to make fairies. We want to cast one spell on each opponent's turn, hopefully making 3 fairies every go around. Then with those fairies, you're going to be swinging them at your opponents, goading anything, but still trying to play a more passive playstyle. Usually you don't want to fully tap out, swing everything you can, even if you have the ability to, because you don't want to make yourself the threat on the board. Some of the core cards for this deck are some evasive fairies. Changeling Outcast, Picklock Prankster are going to be 2 really great cards that you can get out early and use to swing at people to start goading their creatures. Picklock Prankster especially, you can use that instant adventure side to first adventure and find a card, fill your hand, cantrip, maybe make a fairy in the late game, and then you can play it for its creature side, having a nice flyer that can chip while being vigilant and being able to protect you. Next core cards are some really easy cantrips. Opt, Consider, Brainstorm, Curate's even in here. Very easy cantrips, a card that'll play. You'll look at a card maybe, but the card will always replace itself, and that's all that matters. This is getting us that one fairy on an opponent's turn. If they didn't play anything we need to interact with, you just throw out that Consider, replace that card in your hand, and make a fairy. This deck is also full of various protection spells or trick spells that help kind of keep your board protected. So Misleading Signpost, Illusioner's Gambit are going to be the 2 best cards in the deck for that. Illusioner's Gambit especially. It's very common that a big green player thinks they can swing out, but using this card you can untap all those creatures, force them to swing somewhere else, and keep chipping those life totals down. Last 2 core cards. There's a couple Overwhelm cards or Overrun cards in this deck. Candlekeep Inspiration is going to be my favorite of the bunch because it is a little bit of a payoff for things you're already doing. It's going to buff up things with giving them all base power X, where X is the number of cards that are in graveyards or exiles that are instant sorceries and adventures. This deck is full of those 3 categories, so it's going to buff them up quite a bit. The other part is the flash side. High Fate Trickster is a great newer print, gives everything flash, almost guaranteeing that you're going to be playing on everyone's turn. And that's going to be all for today. Thanks for watching. The link for the deck is going to be pasted in the description if you want to check that out. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button, and go ahead and check out some of my other videos here. Again, thanks for watching. I'll see you later.